I want to turn back to this news conference. Breaking news of a missing child in Hillsborough County. The Sheriff's Office giving us an update on this.
That I think it's important to note. This is our second autistic child that we have recovered who is drowned in this apartment complex in the Northdale area in less than 2 months. The second 5-year-old autistic child. Our victim here today just turned 5 years old. The family's was kind of in a swing of celebrations. They just celebrated his 5th birthday. They also just celebrated that he got accepted into an elementary school. They were excited that they located a school here that was going to cater to his abilities and his learning style. So they were extremely excited. But now Monday, instead of planning the first day of school, they have to plan a funeral. What questions can I try to answer at this time?
Sheriff, what was the proximity between that retention pond and his home or apartment?
The proximity of the detention pond where our autistic 5-year-old victim was recovered, and the screened-in patio that he had broken through, pushed through to get to, I would say no more than 25 to 30 feet. He didn't travel far.
You kind of touched on it, but what are some of the additional challenges your deputies face when looking for a child who has autism, is nonverbal, and is only 5?
Yeah, great question. The question is, what are some of the challenges, not only when we try to recover a missing child, but when it's an autistic child? And Florida has a lot of water. Tampa's no exception. We have a lot of wooded area, retention ponds, and that certainly becomes a challenge. Matter of fact, I think that's why the deputies did such a phenomenal job today, that knowing that it was this complex, knowing the arriving deputy and supervisors who got here and saw that there were so many bodies of water inside this apartment complex, made the call right there within seconds. I need K9 and I need the dive team. Wonderful job by every responding employee here today.
Based on what you mentioned about 2 children recently having drowned in this complex, are there any property requirements or laws when it comes to steepness of retention ponds like this? Are you aware of that?
I'm not aware of any laws. I know around swimming pools there's some different laws and statutes in place. Nothing for a retention pond. And again, I see the advantages and disadvantages if there would be some fencing around retention ponds. Again, that might prohibit the water flow of why they're originally designed to hold water, so we're not driving through flooded streets. But again, another good question. The less than 2 months, the other 5-year-old that had drowned on this property as well lived in the rear complex. It was a separate and different retainage pond, not the same one as this child. All right, thanks for being patient.
All right, just an awful situation right there as we continue to follow this. You're just hearing from Hillsborough County Sheriff Chad Chronister giving us an update on that missing child in the Northdale area as we listened into the details of that situation. Now, Sheriff Chronister says this is the second child found at that complex in the Northdale area. The boy that they were looking for, a 5-year-old, that boy's body was found by dive teams. Unfortunately, that family had just celebrated his 5th birthday. Family and friends were also celebrating his birthday and his acceptance into a special school that really celebrated his abilities. But that child was found in a retention pond. He broke through a screened-in patio, traveled about 30 feet, not far, to get to a nearby pond out there. By the way, another 5-year-old was found in a different pond in that same area just weeks ago. We'll be right back.